Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails to Azure. We are at Station Street cause we checked last time whether or not we could leave Crossbell. At the moment, Lloyd rather has us stay indoors, so we're gonna do a round of Crossbell which will only be in Crossbell itself. So let's start out here, because we are here anyway, then go by East Street downtown all the way around till we're back home again. And then we're gonna go to the guild. So let's start doing our rounds. Well, things are looking pretty bad all of a sudden. They've even stopped the trains. How are we going to ship goods between countries now? Yeah, that is not smart. I'm assuming that the stopping of the trains and the, well, planes, I assume, it's probably only going to be for a day or two while they are transitioning into Dieter's, well, takeover of power, basically. Hey, why do we have to go home to Erebonian? I made so many friends here. Oh, we recently received a notice instructing us to return to Erebonian. We've just been outgrown fond of the life here in Crossbell. Losing my job here in Crossbell hurts, but being unable to return home is even worse. How am I supposed to sit still in this situation? I have to get out of here before things really get ugly. Oh, what a mess. It's so crowded that I can't even get my foot in the door. At this rate, I'm not sure if I'll ever manage to make it home to Calvard.
What? I can return to the Empire unless I leave today? Defense force might be behind. I don't know who they're defending, but I'm sure I'm seeing a lot of forcing.
Oh, please dear, calm down. We need to hurry and buy our tickets. It sounds like the Transcontinental Railroad is going to be suspending operations after today. There goes my one reason to live. All I can do is hope this gets resolved ASAP so service can get back to normal. Ah, okay, so it's open today, but after that it's going to be closed indefinitely. Until things cool down, I assume. So basically what Dieter is saying, if you do not belong in Crossbell, leave now. Yeah, that very forceful, to be honest. Crossbell Station is scheduled to terminate all services after today. The closure is indefinite and there will be no timeline for reopening in the foreseeable future. Any foreigners wishing to leave are urged to do so as soon as they are able. Looks like a completely packed with foreign nationals and visitors trying to return home. Trying to get in now would be close to impossible. I can imagine, because there is a lot of foreigners in Crossbell. This one is still locked. Good. And he's back here with his balloons. Crossbell Independence, huh? Well, this is as serious as it gets. It's not exactly a cheery atmosphere, but maybe I'll make some new balloons, just in case we wind up getting a new festival out of this. Oh, it turns out many of the tragedies in our past were the result of Erebonian and Calvard feuding behind the curtains. Does that mean their spies have been in our home state all this time? Locking horns right under our noses? I haven't given it much thought, but if it's true, then they're beyond forgiveness. Why do I get the feeling like there's a lot of false, well, advertising about the situation? Because yes, they were feuding behind the lines, but it was more like the mobsters and the weird Yakuza-like gangs, and not really the Empire and the Republic. Yes, of course, they had their influences here and there, but it was mainly between them. Well, whatever works to get the things done is what they are thinking, probably. Alright. Oh, those orbital cars with the big screens look super cool. Daddy would have loved them. Oh, I suppose it was inevitable, but I've seen almost zero tourists this past week. It makes me wonder how else Crossbell's going to change down the road. Oh, the Crossbell Defense Force is intended not for offensive measures but for protection. We're different from those Imperial and Republican army savages, so please, be at ease. Yeah, the time you need to worry is when an army gets in your town, telling they're there to defend you, and they are very explicit on letting you know that. Yeah, very suspicious.
The IBC is freezing international assets. I've never thought Mayor Qua would resort to such drastic measures. Nevertheless, it is as he said, we may not have another chance to stand up for ourselves like this.
Yeah, but the freezing of the assets, that is one of those things that will definitely trigger an offensive reaction of Erebonian or Calvard. I'm sure. So, we're independent now? Well, I'm all for it, consequences be damned. Just the thought of us finally being free makes my heart swell up with courage. Oh, I was impressed by the president's address, don't get me wrong. But Hoistorf's right. What's happening is a little suspicious and a lot worrisome. I totally agree. Oh, I agreed with President Qua's address, 100%. Crossbell is our home. We have to show our support and do our part however we can. Yeah, why do I slowly get the feeling that this independence is starting to smell more like a upcoming dictatorship? We really need to be careful. President Dieter Qua and Secretary of Defense Arios McLean of the independent state of Crossbell. It sounds nice and official on paper, sure, but what I want to know is, will they actually be able to protect us? And there will be Gehenna to pay if it all turns out to be posturing. Oh, hell will be paid at some point. Well, the IBC has frozen all foreign assets, and as of this morning, regular train and bus services have been suspended. The situation is primed for a crisis. I can already smell it brewing on the horizon. I intend to keep the restaurant open for as long as I can, but to be honest, I am more than a little concerned. Yeah, you have every right to be concerned, trust me. Well, regular railroad services shut down this morning. This is a serious concern for us. What alternatives do we have for important ingredients? I can't shake this ominous feeling in my bones, but there's not much we chefs can do to save for what we do best. Still, how are we supposed to import ingredients now? This is going to be a serious matter of concern. Ah, did you hear President Qua's speech? Wow, talk about impressive. I felt prouder and more courageous with every word he spoke. Yeah. It's all just smoke and mirrors, I think. Oh, Arios is so hot. I know, right? And the new uniform, red and grey, is so totally his color. No matter what happens, I think we're gonna be just fine with Arios around. Still, yes, he is like the poster boy of the new regime, and people love him as a bracer, but he alone does not constitute the defense that Crossbell needs. He is just one person, because yes, he is strong, very versatile, but will it be enough? Well, time will definitely tell. Oh, Cynthia returned home to Remiferia the day after the referendum. I doubt she ever expected things in Crossbell would come to this. But her family's been worried sick about her for a while now, so I'm glad she got out while she still had a chance. Me too. Well, the president had a point. There have been a lot of inexplicable incidents in our history. It's just like he said, as Crossbellans we bear some of the responsibility for overlooking it all this time. Yeah, but it's moving so fast, isn't it? Well, they've started limiting trains trying to pass through Crossbell earlier this morning. I hear that by the end of the day they're going to suspend railway services entirely. After taking stock of it all, I am more concerned about a war breaking out than I'm about lost profits. I can imagine that. Because war? Nobody wants that. Well, maybe the warmongers, but That's about it. Well, it's only been a week since the referendum and already the situation has spiraled out of control. I never could have imagined this. At this rate, I wouldn't be at least a bit surprised if something terrible were to happen as a result. I need to entertain every possible idea I can to think of to keep this department store afloat. Yeah, and we'll be here to support it any way we can. Well, the Republican government issued an evacuation notice to Crossbell. All Calvardian citizens are to return immediately. People say they've been threatening to use force, so it's not hard to guess what they're going to happen next. But as far as I'm concerned, Crossbell is my home and the most precious person in my life, Janetta. So I've made my decision. No matter what ends up happening, I'm staying put, right here in Crossbell City. Yeah, if they start forcing people out of the region because they're not from Crossbell, that's when things will get really nasty really quick. And just a few, just in case. Mom, did you hear that we're on the brink of war? How did it even happen? I'm so anxious I could collapse. I have to do whatever it takes to keep Keen safe. Well, ask the SSS for help if it's ever needed, definitely. Oh, maybe it's just my experience in retail taking over, but I usually try to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. As for what I've concluded, there's no way for me to sugarcoat this. President Kwa's speech was completely irrational. Yeah, it was. It was just a speech to, well, let's say, calm down the populace for the sudden change in leadership. And yes, some will eat it up. A lot of them will get really anxious. It's beginning to feel more and more like we've slipped into a dream, or perhaps a nightmare. Yes, the speech caught me by surprise. Still, President Kwa and Secretary of Defense McLean commitment to it associated my initial feeling of doubt. I'm willing to put my fullest faith in those two. Like he feels that something is not right, but his faith is what keeps him, well, focused on them. Oh, Thudwork said he's going to stay in Crossbell just for me. I'd never force him to put himself at risk like that, but to tell you the truth, the fact that he did anyway has me head over heels. Well, you could also think about leaving together back to his country. That way you both be safe, because we have no idea what's gonna happen. Will this new defense force truly be able to protect Crossbell? I want to believe in Arios, really I do. But if both Calvard and Erebonian decided to invade us at once, what other choice will we have but to surrender? Unless, could it be that we have some kind of trump card up our sleeve? I have a feeling we do, but it's only a feeling. And of course the knowledge we've gained from playing Cold Steel, of course. At least Cold Steel 1 and 2. Oh, Mom said Eros is quite the bracer to be the new Secretary of Defense. What the heck that is. It just means he's even more crazy strong than before now, right? Oh, we have nothing to worry about so long as President Kwa and Secretary McLean are here to watch over us. Even if we have to fight to protect our new independence, it'll be well worth it. Will it? Because technically, Crossbell is landlocked between those two states. If they both attack, there's no way in hell we can defend ourselves unless something really big, really weird's gonna happen. Oh, President Cross really knows how to stroke a fire with his words. We may have a tough road ahead of us, but after hearing the speech, I'm ready to take a stand alongside my fellow Crossbellans. Well, it comes as no surprise that declaring independence had put us square in the crosshairs of Erebonian and Calvard. Unfortunately, as a result, our store may not be able to carry products from Reinford or the Vern companies anymore. What a mess. Well, they may call themselves the Defense Force, but just how much defending will they be able to do for us once things really get rough? Oh, well, who needs them anyway? As far as I'm concerned, the only CDF around here is going to be me, the Checo Defense Force. Yes, because he will do anything to protect his daughter. Literally anything. Oh, I wasn't expecting everything to unravel so quickly. We're gonna be in for a bumpy ride, that's for sure. Let me know if you guys need any Orban tuning before things really hit the fan. Thanks, Wendy. Oh, did you hear President Cross' speech? It was so moving and powerful. I wound up getting so entranced that I forgot to breathe a couple of times. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, I'm just checking. See if there are any new parts. Like a new paint job in honor of the exchange of power. Can you imagine that? A car in the colors of the CDF? I would ride that, at least for a little while. Alright, square done. Let's head over to East Street. And one important thing here is, do not go into the Bracer Guild just yet. At least, I don't think so. So Aris McLean is our new Secretary of Defense. Well, I can't say he was the most obvious choice. It makes sense when you consider his laundry list of achievements though. President Quad's decision-making skills are as sharp as ever. Appointing Aris McLean as Secretary of Defense makes sense when you consider his long list of achievements. People have been calling him the Guardian of Crossbell for years after all. I saw President Quad's speech. He has my fullest support in securing Crossbell's future as an independent state. Yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. Because a lot is gonna happen, I'm sure. What's an independent? This is what everyone's saying Crossbell is now. I wish I could ask Sister Marble. She'd probably know. Oh, I've heard rumors of those so-called inexplicable incidents the President mentioned in his speech. Turns out Erebonian and Calvard were the ones behind them. It really puts the fear of ideals in you. Now that I know the truth, I'm all for being independent. Yeah, but is it the truth? That's the question. Oh, I'm sure Mr. Qua was also unable to accept things for how they appear. Crossbell has been a victim of so many injustices, so many tragedies that we could only force ourselves to turn a blind eye to. Even my husband was... Pardon? Oh, sorry. Just ignore me. Yeah, the true believers, I have a feeling they're gonna be really, really devout to the entire Dieter Qua movement. Well, I'm scheduled to leave Crossbell today. As I didn't have much time to pack, I couldn't fit this book anywhere. You can take it if you like. Thank you very much. I plan to leave via train later today. Crossbell station will be congested beyond belief, so I better hurry. Not just the station, but the trains as well. Mr. Marcy is leaving Crossbell today. I'm going to miss him. By now, Erebonian and Calvard must be thoroughly provoked. I can only imagine the danger Crossbell might face soon. But no matter what happens, I'll protect my family with my life. Oh, my only wish is for Crossbell to be a peaceful place again. As long as my family is safe, that's all I could ever ask for. Alright. Shall we also go to the Fisherman's Guild? Let's see how things have changed here since last time. Wow, President Cross sure is bold. I get where he's coming from, but I can't help but be anxious on how Crossbell's going to come out of all this. So the state independence now. Crossbell's bad blood with Erebonian almost mirrors our own with the Imperial Fishing Club. Maybe it was fated to be. Oh, it's just my luck that the city would go up in arms right when the guild activities resumed. Maybe I should go back to America. Might not be a bad idea, at least for a little while. Ooh, we can buy everything here too. Good. Ah, phew. Home sweet home. Still, this whole independence deal totally blindsided me. Right when I thought things were returning to normal too. What's gonna happen to us now? Well, we'll figure it out together, shall we? Oh, I wonder if it was premature of Mr. Quad to declare independence. I'm prepared to accept that change is a natural part of the world, of course, but even so. Then again, with the position Crossbell has been pushed into, perhaps it wasn't so much premature as it was overdue. It all depends how I look at it. I think that you want to go independent, that's one thing, but ramming it down everybody's throat like this, that's gonna be a problem. Well, something troubled me about Qua's address. Why wasn't Speaker McDowell with him? Would you happen to have any information on that matter, Ellie? I'm afraid not, Chairman Morse. I've been worrying over the same thing myself. I see. That is rather disconcerting. Regardless, there's no turning back now. Conflict with the Empire Republic is inevitable at this point. I may have to call an emergency Pistons Own Association meeting to account for this. Yeah, that might be wise. Alright, let's see if... Oh, it feels so much emptier now. Oh, how could this happen to Crossbell? If we go to war with Calvard, then I really might never see Rixia again. Where could she be? As a Crossbellan, I'm all for independence. I mean, come on. We have the Ariel's freaking McLean in charge of our state security. Even if we have to go against Erebonian Calvard, I'll feel safe knowing we're in good hands. Again, he's just one person. Yes, he's strong, but there are limits. Well, I can't even imagine what will happen next. It's gonna take some time, some real grit to make it through these tough times. Alright. Ah, you Crossbellans can be so nosy when it comes to independence. I don't care either way. But you had better not cause a scene in my restaurant, understood? So he's technically from Calvard, probably, is he? I wonder what will happen to him with all of this going down. Well, I doubt he'll be able to return to Calvard anytime soon, unless I leave right now. Maybe it's better if I did. Mom's probably worried about me. In other news, Rick just disappeared a while back. I couldn't tell you where though. Sunshine's been tearing her hair out about it. I hope she hears from her soon. I hope so too. Because things are going crazy, and it would be amazing if she was by our side. Woohoo! Crossbell's independent, and now we have a president! Man, this is freaking sweet news. I want to clean even harder now. Oh, flights are likely going to be suspended at the end of the day too, so this is my only chance to return to Liberal. I wish I could stay here a little longer to report on things as they develop. But regardless of what happens, I wish nothing but safety for the people of Crossbell. All controversy aside, I am hopeful that this new defense force will have what it takes to protect your state. Yeah, to be honest, I wish there wasn't a war on the horizon, but just like I said, it seems inevitable right now. Well, I called my hubby and told him to get his butt back to Crossbell ASAP. Come tomorrow, all train services are going to be suspended indefinitely. Fingers crossed he makes it home in time. Exciting stuff, right? We're independent and we have our first president. Hardly feels real. Overall, I'm happy about it. But who knows if that will still be the case down the line. True. Because things are moving so quickly right now. A week from now, everything will be so different from what it is today. But how? That's the question. Ah, here we are, the independent state of Crossbell. That's something worth celebrating. I don't think Lily agrees though, she's been frowning all morning. What's there to be worried about? Well, from a business standpoint, a lot less customers because they've been driven out of town. Oh, Erebonian and Calvard have already stopped exporting goods to Crossbell. According to President Qua, though, we have enough emergency provisions to last us 5 years. Still, anyone selling fresh vegetables, meaning us, need to come up with a business strategy and fast. Can't seem to get that through his head. I wish he'd get his act together. Yeah, because I'm sure they can get some fresh goods from America Village, but definitely not all of them. Complicated stuff like this always flies straight over my head. Did Crossbell make the right choice or not? I wouldn't know either way. Well, time will tell. Well, being square in Erebonian Calvard's sight, it's a terrifying feeling. Still, this is all for the good of Crossbell's future. We just have to dig deep and prepare for the worst. And no matter what happens, I swear I'll keep mailing safe. Wowie asked me to help him today. He made 3 of these spinny toys too. I hope people buy them. Well, after all this time, Crossbell's finally gained its independence. It feels like I'm watching history being written right before my very eyes. That part? That's at least true. History is indeed being written right now. But how will that end? What will be written on the last page of that history lesson? Let's see how they're doing in the downtown district. Still busy at work, I assume? Oh, she's sitting on the bench even though it's still technically broken. Oh dear, the situation is taking a turn for the worse, hasn't it? Maybe I should stay inside until things settle down. Hey, the whole city is going bonkers right now. They're saying we might go to war. We're in danger. Oh, we're not really going to war, are we? I don't even know what to think about it. Yeah, as long as you're safe, there's nothing to think about. I saw a president address when I was on E Street, but to be honest, I couldn't believe my ears. It doesn't matter how he justified things, the major powers won't stand for this. It'll be my best interest to flee the city and lay low outside the state. Then go to Liberal, go closer to your son. It might be a good opportunity. I listened to the president address. I understand where he's coming from, but is there really no way to solve this problem peacefully? But surely there's a more peaceful solution to this whole dilemma. There is. I'm pretty sure there is, but would it be attainable through that as well? Because one thing we do know, Erebonia and Calvard, they don't want to lose their 10%. So yeah, where are you gonna go from that position? There is almost zero to no wiggle room. No, still not coming home. Oh, Tens told me about the presidential address. Truth be told, I'm terrified. My husband left for work early this morning, the same as always. I just hope his shift doesn't run late again. Mommy looks so sad. I wish I could cheer her up somehow. I just hope your husband is back before the end of the day. Just to make sure he can still go home. Let me ask you, beautiful man. Will this independence thing really make us all happy? No, probably not. Alright, let's load the Heights. And considering most of the people in the Saber gang is in the hospital, I wonder how many we can find in here. Oh, you guys. Dino, how are the rest of the Saber Vipers been? Okay, for the most part. Cocky got hurt the worst, but even he regained consciousness. The others are getting discharged, so they'll be back in downtown district soon. It'll probably take some time before we're up and running again though. Still, I figure if I wait here long enough, they'll all turn up eventually, right? Dino. Yeah, hopefully so. Is anybody home already? Doesn't look like it. This would be the perfect time to steal all their stuff since there's nobody here. But where can you find their stuff? Well, let's get out of here. How is it still all open up? Well, we've gained independence, a new defense force, and our first ever president. This is some week, I'll tell ya. Did you guys know this was gonna happen? No, we've been completely out of the loop. We're currently trying to gather as much information as we can about it. I see. Well, guess you folks have it hard too. You've got your work cut out for you. But don't lose heart, okay kiddos? Just keep on trucking. Yeah, thanks for the pep talk, Guillaume. Still, who'd have thought we'd pick a fight with Erebonian Calvard so openly? Guess I better keep following the news in case things get start to escalate. Oh, you definitely should. Cause an escalation is definitely inbound, I'm sure. Oh, everyone in the city is going wild over Cross becoming the president. Maybe a little too wild. I think I'll go check on Serena and Eugit during my next break. That might be wise. Oh, Abbas hasn't left without a good reason. So in the meantime, we're going to look after his bar just like he said. Okay, so Wassie's gone and Abbas is gone too. Oh. This has definitely got to do with Walt. I'm 90% sure of it. Oh, Abbas called a team meeting this morning and says he was leaving. That the rest of us are in charge of Trinity while he is away. He didn't even tell us where he was heading though. What's going on? Abbas left? Could he be with Wazzy? Ah, no idea, but we have noticed is all these defense force soldiers hanging around town now. You don't think they were arrested, do you? I have a hard time believing Wazzy and Abbas could ever make such a blunder. Well, I know you're worried about your boss man, but you might want to take a step back and calm down. Yeah, you're right. The important thing is that we take care of the bar, just like Abbas asked. True, very true. Wazzy and Abbas aside, I worried about my dad up at the hospital. Knowing him, he's probably treating patient after patient, even with everything going on. I'm sure he is, yeah. Oh, it's not like this Abbas' first leave of absence from the bar. But it did seem a lot more serious than this time around. Whatever business he has must be gravely important. Hopefully he gets back soon. Yeah, like I said, my money is that they found a clue about the whereabouts of Walt. And they are trying to stop him or trying to bring him back home. Oh, Mom and I talked it over and we decided to stay in Crossbell. If you guys want something, just give me a shout. We definitely will. Oh, an independent Crossbell, huh? Well, that banker's got some crazy ideas. Hey Red, be careful, alright? Fighting's is coming, I can smell it in the wind. Preaching to the choir, no way our pals to the east and west are just gonna bite their tongues. Well, you know where I stand. Armed dealers live for times like these. I consider catching the last one out of Crossbell, but I wouldn't want to miss all the fun now. Yes, and all the profit. All the weapons he's gonna sell. Alright, let's head over to the harbor district. Good. Grandpa told me that this could lead to war. It's so scary, I hate it. That dress was plain foolish. Quar might have everybody else fooled, but not Quinn. No siree. State independence this. Defense force that. Did he also believe that we can fend off the threat of the two major powers that easily? No. Oh, I just above. It doesn't matter what happens to a wordless man like me.
But please, save my granddaughter, Amisa. She deserves more than this.
After everything that happens, he cares for his granddaughter above anything else. Hey, what can I say? Wearing this uniform makes me feel battle ready and focused. I'm ready to give my all for the independence of state of Crossbell. I heard a lot of less to deliver since they started halting the trains this morning. But you know, I wonder what's gonna happen to Crossbell if this keeps up. That's a lot more important than some lousy job, isn't it? Oh, it definitely is. I wonder what's gonna happen to Crossbell. Ah, so it come to this. I'm prepared for whatever happens next. Times like these call for pushing forward, not backward. True. But still, troubled times and uncertainties, that's for sure. Oh, we had a bit of a scare when SCDF soldiers stopped by this morning. The referendum was only a week ago, as everything is changing so quickly, and to be honest, not for the better. We've gone out of the frying pan and into the fire, as it were. Oh, hey gang, you all saw the president's address, right? Yeah, thanks for contacting us about it. What does the CNS plan to do now? Well, cover the story at the very least. We'll try to question the defense force and see if we can squeeze any details out of them. We'll want to hear what the citizens have to say about all of this too. Then there's getting in touch with the foreign press to see how the news is being received everywhere else. Our internationally transceivers upstairs is going to be burning up the lines. Understandably so. You two have a long day ahead of you. When don't we? I'm sure it's no walk in the park for you either, so let's give it everything we've got. Definitely. Of course. Any good luck with the CDF, Grace. Try not to tick them off too much. Very, very true. Well, what the hell's going on? Just like that we're independent? Things are happening way too fast. I can expect this going to end well. Still, the damage is done. Raising a stink about it now won't change that. Now that we are in this mess, we better prepare for the worst. I might be a war correspondent by the end of the week. That is a very good chance indeed. But we'll do everything we can to prevent it and hopefully to de-escalate it as well. Danger ahead. Do not enter. So basically, IBC is now totally walled off forever. We're not gonna go there anymore. Because they already said that it burned to such a crisp that rebuilding is gonna take a lot of money. And since they have Orcus Tower, they may just fully transfer into there. Who knows? Sure, the announcement caught me off guard, but unless we stand up for ourselves, Erebonian and Calvard will just keep pushing us around. That's why President Qua has my fullest support. As long as we have Secretary McLean, there's no fight we can't win. I'm definitely anxious. We just can't let Erebonian and Calvard away forever. I wonder if we can buy this ourselves and build an entire building there. Just for the new SSS. Alright, well we're here. Let's head down to Jonah and see how he's doing, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna be down there as much as he can. And honestly, it shouldn't be too difficult now, because the elevator down to his section has been opened. So we just have to make our way through. And who knows, maybe we'll come across that one monster we need to take down. Because the one spot that's in my head of where we can find it is in the same square where we beat the giant robot on the other episode. And with the fact that we are doing our rounds, we can just go full force on the critter and, well, maybe defeat it really quickly. And there it is. Just like we thought it was gonna be, there's the enemy. Let's see if we can get this down quickly. Having the one support quest all done and dusted. Ooh. That actually looks really, really cool. Because last time when we were here and we were fighting that big robotic monster, they did make the reference to the samurai we saw in the back alley when it was still under... well, it wasn't he, was it? Ravash. That was the name. It's been so long that I almost forgot about it. Yes, the samurai robot we saw there. This one looks like the same kind of build for some reason. But yeah, let's attack it and let's defeat it. 3 of them? This might be a little bit hard. Is the other one fast? No, nothing is fast. Then I'm going with my Galleon Tower because I want to see it. And hopefully in the process they won't. Do Spark Dying? Sure. Well, I think I want to scan and then start to really hurt them with Randy. 10,400. That's actually not that much. We do, however, need to survive 1 charge of them, which should be more than doable, right? Alright, water is their weakness. It was probably water or wind. What can we do? I don't want to hit the outer ones just willy-nilly, because that would totally destroy them. Can we give this one love tap and then do an entire Dead Scorpion too? I can't remember if you guys saw this one already. It's really cool though. Very strong. See? Oh, he's taking everything away with him. Ooh, those are some impressive hits. Come on, we should be able to take care of this. Yeah, we got this, we got this. They have 24, 30, well, we have to assume that they can take that hit. So, let's take this one. And after the 2 ladies have done their work, I will then hit them with an S-Craft. Considering what's left, of course. Ooh, that's not a lot of damage. Galleon Tower. Pretty good. Even nicer. See if we can take down the last bit. Yeah, easy. Exterminated monster in the Geofront Sea sector. Obtained a shackle. Ooh, a shackle. What does that actually do? It's gotta be for her, isn't it? Yes. Enemies attacked on the field are slowed. So, if I understand this correctly, if we back attack them like we usually do, that means that they start the fight with a slowdown? That's actually not that bad in all honesty. Definitely have to keep that in mind when we start rebalancing everything, when we got a little bit more, well, in our list. And I'm not gonna rest at that spot, I'm gonna go back to the car later anyway and restore our CP in the process. Ah, crud, this isn't going to work either. What if I tried this key? I'm not sure I've ever seen him disengaged in a task. Hey, what are you doing, Jonah? Huh? Oh, it's you. Something caught my eye, so I've been looking into it a little, is all. Figuring I'd run an analysis, but I guess I got too into it. And this one is a real doozy. Considering yourself lucky you get to witness the great genius Jonah's sacred at work. Sure, whatever you say. By the way, Jonah, did you catch the speech earlier? Huh? Oh, you mean about Quad naming himself president or whatever? I mean, yeah. I managed to tune in using the terminal, but honestly, I don't really care about it one way or another. Anyway, if you guys are done here, can you beat it already? I'm kinda in the middle of something. Well, you tried. Little dude doesn't care about damn thing outside of cyberspace as usual. Insolence is one of Jonah's many bad habits. I'll see to it that he receives a thorough chastising for later. Try to go easy on him. We've bothered him enough for one day, so let's just come back another time. Okay then, what if we try this? Ah, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Fine, that's how you wanna play it? There he goes, beating down the data highway. Let's try bothering him some other time. Alright. There's a couch here. Ooh, more pizza. There's a note with a simple recipe attached to the pizza box. Learned the recipe for piping hot cheese pizza. Nice. Because we need so many more recipes. I'm beginning to think that I might miss a few along the way. I hope not, but that could have been a possibility. Alright, I think I'm gonna go back to the surface, and after that we are gonna continue our rounds with the administrative district, meaning of course Orcus Tower, entertainment, residential, cathedral, you know, all the famous locations we always go to. So for now I'm gonna leave it here, the episode, and I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we continue our rounds and see what we can find. Who knows, maybe there might be more quests lurking about, or maybe another book or two. Yes, that's why we need to look around, cause hidden stuff, they're everywhere. So for now, bye bye.